Hello and welcome back to the checkpoint for another No Man's Sky video. Today we're going to be talking about the lovely topic of death threats and why the people issuing them are an embarrassment to the No Man's Sky community, the gaming community and the world as a whole. So a very cheery video today. First up, let's get one thing straight. Perhaps not at this moment, but many years ago, gamers were typicalised as nerdy, angry trolls on the internet who type out racist slurs with one hand and jerk off to pictures of anime girls with the other. And it's been immensely fulfilling and exciting to see this stigma change over the years. Gamers were once nobodies. Now PewDiePie is one of the biggest entertainment franchises on the planet, whether you like him or not. People are queuing up to breathe the same air as him purely because he plays video games. And right now is one of the most exciting times to be a gamer in the history of mankind purely because of the abolishment of stereotypes when it comes to video games. It's phenomenal, I love it, and I can't wait to see how it progresses in the future. For once in, I think, most of our lives, we can truly stand there and say we are proud to be gamers. But there seem to be a few people that, instead of allowing the gaming community as a whole to progress and be recognised as a healthy and vibrant fan base, they would rather see us pulled back into the dark ages and looked down upon derogatively by other members of society. These people are the ones that, over the past week, sent death threats to the Hello Games team for the delay of No Man's Sky, as well as the Kotaku reporter that originally wrote the article delivering the news. In fact, let me read one of the threats out for you. Your little article about No Man's Sky being delayed has made me hate you to my very core. In fact, instead of visiting London later this month, I think I'll come by and say hi to you and fuck you up. You think you can get away with this that easy, making fun of our Reddit page also? Sounds like you have a death wish. We will find you. Now there's been far worse, but this has to be one of the most revolting and disgusting comments I've seen in my entire life. First of all, as a journalism student at university, this kind of hits hard at home. I know the thought process that goes into writing a story. Nobody goes out there, thinks up a make-believe story and writes about it. This reporter was telling the truth. He was reporting from a verifiable source from within Kotaku's circle. So by asking, you think you can get away with this? It's absolutely ludicrous. Like, what is he getting away with? That's like going up to an ice cream parlour, ordering a bowl of chocolate ice cream, receiving said chocolate ice cream, and then leaving a complaint because you got exactly what you asked for. It's illogical and embarrassing. And as a journalist myself, it's kind of a bit insulting that people just think that the process of finding a story is literally just going, ooh, what shall I talk about today? Oh yeah, I'll just pluck that one out the air and talk about that. Doesn't matter if it's verifiable. Doesn't matter if it's, a strong piece of evidence backing up the story. I'm just going to pluck that one out there. Of course he had, something to back it up, or he wouldn't have wrote the story. Second of all, the manner in which you talk, mentioning murdering this guy, fucking him up and telling him he's got a death wish is exactly the type of comment people would have linked to gamers a few years ago. Sir, hey, if you're all about causing a division between developers and the gaming community when our connection has never been stronger, then please go ahead, because you're only harming yourself and everyone around you by doing so. These type of comments are objectively and universally wrong, and the people making them should take a good, long, hard look at their presence within the online community and rethink their strategies for being a decent human being. There is no excuse for these type of comments. It's a video game. I love this video game. I've been following it for months, but I'm not the one going out there making death threats. If anyone should be making death threats, it would be me, because I am a huge fan of the game, but I don't do that because I know that it's only a month extra until the game actually comes out, and death threats are just something that nobody should be spreading, especially for something so small. There are people dying out there, for God's sake. There are people risking their lives for our country, for your country, and here you are, having a go at some random guy you've never met before because he published a story which turned out to be true. It's just absolutely ludicrous. But what do you think? Do you think people are actually right to send these type of inflammatory comments to developers and reporters given the circumstances? Or do you think, like me, that these people who send death threats do not, and shouldn't, have a place within our community? Sound off in the comment section down below, and for more discussions where I sound like an angry mother telling off her child, subscribe to the channel. But for now, this has been Steve, that has been No Man's Sky Death Threat Discussions. Checkpoint complete.